Joining me right now for more on this story is Deborah Fleischaker. She is the former executive secretary for the Department of Homeland Security and the former chief of staff at U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement under the Biden administration. First off, thank you for being here. Second off, from a law enforcement perspective, what is your reaction to how these federal agents handled the shooting, and what does it say about the training these officials undergo?
So, first, thank you for having me on. Um, I'm very concerned by what I see on the video. I think most people who watch the video have been very concerned. I want to be clear, the right way to approach this kind of incident is to wait for the investigation to be complete and to have gathered all the evidence and draw the appropriate, careful conclusions. The administration didn't wait to do that and came out of the gate saying that everything about this was fine. My initial inclination is that it wasn't, but I would like an actual investigation to take place so we can really know.
Fair enough. What is your view of the fact that local law enforcement say they've been shut out by the Department of Homeland Security?
I think that's completely inappropriate. Federal law enforcement and state and local law enforcement need to coordinate. They need to work together all the time in a million different ways. This type of use of force incident would normally be investigated by many agencies, including federal and state local, and they should be allowed to conduct their investigation.
The Department of Homeland Security was formed 11 days after the September 11th terrorist attacks, and the office oversaw and coordinated a comprehensive national strategy to safeguard the country against terrorism and respond to any future attacks. This is according to its website. We remember there were calls in the wake of George Floyd's murder and nationwide protests to dismantle DHS. Do you think the agency has veered from its original purpose, and if so, did it need to?
I think DHS has an extremely important mission. I think DHS has always needed certain reforms. I think that in the wake of the second Trump administration, the need for those reforms have become blatantly obvious to anybody who cares to see it.
What kind of reforms?
Look, I think there's some. We do not need the type of federal presence in Minneapolis that we see today. I think that is, and this is because of that presence. This is a crisis of the administration's own making. They could fix it whenever they wanted to. They could simply draw down, pull many of these agents back, go back to the way immigration enforcement has historically been conducted, which is much more careful, much more targeted, not door to door, not massive sweeps, not massive shock and awe presence in a city. And we could go back to that anytime.
Deborah Fleischaker, thank you.